Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. Here's the scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And this is going to be a Steelers first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. This is caught inside the 15. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Mecole Hardman, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Steelers are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit. And now Jackson will look to throw it. That ball caught. It's Mike Andrews, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good
job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. This defense for the Steelers, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 16. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the play.
This is caught inside the 15. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. It's so easy to focus on the speed and elusiveness of Kyler Murray, but as he shows right there, don't sleep on the arm strength. McCann now for the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score 14-6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would.
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it to him. Touchdown! That's caught at the 1. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Jackson. Flushed out right. He's going deep for Brown. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here we go, 50-50, Mike 50.
Now it's Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Play action. It's Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Now that's a dangerous throw right there. Moving off to his right, throwing it all the way back across field to his left. I know he had a lot of confidence in his arm, but sometimes the ball can just hang up there when it goes that distance. He was fortunate it was just incomplete.
2nd and 10.
They go play action with Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Credit that sack to Marcus Davenport.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Man open left side is Brown. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though.
Push him back. Go ahead. Hey, 50 the mic. Double dog, that's the way.
4th down, here's Jackson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
Well, for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, you know, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well.
And give him credit, he deserves it. But this is such a breakdown defensively, my goodness. From a pass rush perspective, you know that they got to be coming hard on 4th down trying to get to the quarterback. But from a coverage perspective, how do you not see that play developing? And it turns into a touchdown.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The return man, Ty Johnson. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. It's caught inside the 25. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Mecole Hardman, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going deep for Brown, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. And, Charles, you know, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there. And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Murray. Flush to his right. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
Obviously, a big play was needed. And you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
And he delivers a strike complete to Watkins. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Quez Watkins, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be returned from deep in the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
I'm going to run you over. Mike 48, Mike 48.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, their first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Watch the run. 48 for Mike. I'm coming for you. You mine. Check 48's the Mike. 48's the Mike.
Now it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Another shot for Bateman. This time he's got it. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Check. 48 Mike. 48 Mike. Watch the run. Hey, alert 48. Hey.
Again, Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And the Steelers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Powers through. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
58, boy. 58, Mike. Hey, 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. Here we go, D. All day defense.
Murray now to throw. Completes it to Hardman. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. To throw again on 2nd down, Murray. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing now is Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Watkins. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play that time for Pittsburgh.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the rout is on here in this 1st half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Forced it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, and the pressure gets to him again. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Here's Jackson. Under pressure, and they got to him again. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Toward the sideline, it's complete, an athletic grab, but still well short of the first. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 6.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Here we go, here we go. Hey, hey.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 41. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Murray going to throw. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Murray now. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, these two teams met in Pittsburgh earlier in the year, with the Steelers prevailing in that one. So a win here in Baltimore would give them the season sweep.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, 58's the mic. Go 58's the mic.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray. Over the middle, that's caught by Claypool. Touchdown! Chase Claypool hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And this Steelers offense is running away with this one. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone.
An option handoff here to Dobbins.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they've met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Check 50. Check.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from 7 yards out. And the Ravens are able to make things a bit more respectable. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you, because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
On 2nd and 12, Murray escaping the pressure right. And this is caught by Watkins. And running with power here. And in for the Steelers touchdown.
Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. Throwing is Jackson. And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 37. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Again, it's Dillon. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
That's caught left side by Hardman. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Swim. Let's get it.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Stop short of the goal line.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. On play action, it's Murray. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Kyler Murray punching it in from a yard away. Now the Steelers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by McCann, up and good, and that will extend this big lead.
63.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now...
Oh, and now some space to operate. And all the way down to the 29. It's a big play there for Baltimore.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Flush to his right.
Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. To throw again is Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Andrews.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
Hey, report.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Ravens get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Tucker with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Justin Tucker to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Returning from his end zone is Ty Johnson. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. 81 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Dillon. And he is going to lose yardage here. Dillon again, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A.J. Dillon, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Buying time to his left.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson flushed out right.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. Going up top. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Steelers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
The drive starts with a carry by Dillon.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
On the handoff, this is Dillon, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Here we go.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another.